Hey friends, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina and I am excited to be here with you today to go over an excellent classic premium stroller offered by UppaBaby. We are talking about the UppaBaby Vista V2. I was going through my videos and I realized I didn't have one for this stroller, which is sort of like sacrilege because it's such a strong seller. So I wanted to make sure to make a video just in case if you're unfamiliar with it, or if you're like, hey, what's the deal with UppaBaby? All my friends are talking about the UppaBaby, or maybe you've seen the stroller out and about and just wondered about it. We're going to talk about it right now. So what you're looking at is the UppaBaby Vista V2. This color is called Gregory. It's sort of a bluish gray with a silver frame and silver buttons, light handle in leather. And how I have it set up right now is with the Bassinet component. So one thing that's exciting about this stroller, which retails for $999, is that it includes a bassinet. This bassinet is a one-handed removal and putting on the frame, so that is definitely cool. And I am just going to bring this up to show the interior. It is organic cotton, and I probably have plastic bags in there because I save and reuse plastic bags, but yours won't have them in there. But you do get the organic cotton, and it's all removable and washable. There's a zipper on the interior to remove the sidewall pieces, as well as the mattress being able to come out, which is fabulous. They also sell a stand for this bassinet. So it is overnight sleep certified. If you wanted to use it and put it on the stroller and then have your sleeping baby go right next to your bed, they make a stand that you can purchase separately that will enable you to do that. So that is a very cool feature. Another thing that people don't know about the bassinet is the bassinet, of course, can be folded. It can be collapsed. There's two wires on the interior that you pull and it will collapse down. You do get the huge sunshade, which is fab, as well as the ability to have the canopy come back. So bassinet is included in that $999 price, which we love. But again, you would need to buy the stand separately if you want to purchase that. That is a separate purchase. So in addition to coming with the bassinet, and the bassinet will also have mosquito netting, you are going to get a toddler seat for when they're older. So this seat is both parent facing, so it can look at mom and dad, any caregiver, anybody. The other thing is, of course, there is a height adjustable handle. So I'm short, I'm gonna set this thing down. For a taller parent, they may want that handle up. You have the leather on the handle as well as the leather on the bumper bar. It is a tilt and space recline on the seat, which means it has 5 different positions in this case where it will stop, but the entire seat tilts. You don't get a perfectly flat recline. Now, if you wanted to put a child younger than 6 months old into the seat, you would need to buy their snug seat insert. They make a special insert pillow that goes in. It's beautiful, breathable cotton, and that can go in, and that is a fabulous extra piece if you want to be able to use the stroller seat from birth, maybe not the bassinet from birth. The seat, like I said, faces both directions. And it also has an adjustable footrest, which means on the front, I'm able to put my children's legs up if they want, which is a nice feature. Sometimes kids don't want to have their feet down all the time, or their legs are little and you don't want their feet dangling because blood pools into their feet and then it gets uncomfortable. So nice feature that it is an adjustable footrest. You have a pretty awesome canopy with I'm pretty sure it's SPF 50 on the canopy, but you also have mesh ventilation on the top. In addition, you also have an additional gusset, which is accessible through a zipper, which will give you more shade. And if you can see on the top here, that extra panel of ventilation. So we love that. Love a nice shaded, breathable canopy, which is awesome. Another cool feature of this canopy is that you can raise it. If your child has a taller torso, you're gonna get more head space so that you've got coverage. Even if their head is up, you're gonna be able to get that clearance because you're able to raise the canopy up physically to a higher position on the frame. So that is all included in the purchase price. The fold is incredibly easy. There's 2 triggers on the handle. I'm gonna make my handle long like a kickstand, engage the 2 triggers, and then the stroller will fold up. Now, it would be even easier if I had the brake on, but I do this so frequently that I sometimes forget to do that. But for somebody who's not used to it, there is a brake on here that I will show you that you can engage that will make that easier to fold. You can also press the 2 buttons on the footrest, and that will make the seat collapse even further. They say the stroller weighs 26 pounds with the seat on it. I would agree with that. It feels about 26 pounds to me. And just for reference, I'm about 5'5", so it's coming up to about halfway up my body. You'll also have the opportunity, if you want, to remove the seat entirely. So we can take the seat off and we could lift the stroller as 2 separate pieces for a stack and pack situation. So you're able to do all that. So again, at its price point of $9.99, pretty fabulous. The other thing that's cool with this stroller, just to show the folks at home, the brake that I was talking about, I don't know if you guys can see it, I'm probably in the way, but it's right here on the stroller behind the tire. It's red. There's a window with red and green. When you engage the brake and you step on it, if it's engaged, it will be red, and then you can press it again, and now it's green to go. So that's on there. But what I was saying is that without additionally purchasing anything else, if you buy the UppaBaby brand infant seat, they do a few of them, that will snap onto the stroller frame without purchasing anything else. So we don't have to worry about losing pieces. It's just gonna work right on there, which is great. Another thing that's great about this as like an easy, simple travel system is that to remove the car seat, it's the same as the Bassinet. There's 1 button, pinch lift. So very, very simple. They make it really easy. Now, the big thing about this stroller that people get excited about is that when they have a second child, they're going to be able to use this stroller for both 1 and 2 children with the purchase of some accessories. So right out of the box, it's not going to work with 2 kids, but you can buy pieces that will enable you to make it work for 2 children. So I'm going to assume that I have, let's say, a 2-year-old and a newborn. So in order for that to work, I'm going to buy the UppaBaby V2 Plus, the brand new V2 Plus rumble seat. And I'm also going to buy what are referred to as upper adapters. Upper adapters are a must. They go on the top and they will give you more space for the second child to fix onto the front of the stroller. So I've just put on the upper adapters. It's pretty easy. A cool thing about the stroller as well is that these pieces are marked with color organization. So like on this one, there's a little blue dot. That will match up to the side of the stroller that also has a blue dot. So I know that the blue goes with blue and the other side is orange. Orange is going to go with orange. So it's very simple for me to be able to do this. So right now I have put on my upper adapters and now I'm affixing my new lower rumble seat do everything adapters, which are included with the purchase of the rumble seat. So this is not something you're buying separately. It now is included with that rumble seat V2 Plus, not the V2, but the V2 Plus. They're included. And now I'm going to take my rumble seat, and you can see this guy is a slightly different color. It's called Grayson. The other color was Gregory. So Grayson is going to go on the front. Grayson has adjustable footrest, so that's cool too. Holds 45 pounds. So that's where our 2-year-old is going to go. And now that newborn is going to go back into the infant seat that we had for baby number 1. And that is going to click onto the upper adapter. So now I can take my little baby and my older one like that. The other cool thing about these lower adapters is that they now work with everything. So if I want to put, let's say, my car seat down low or the bassinet low and the main seat up on top, I'm going to be able to do that without having to swap out other adapters. This is a new feature for UppaBaby. They've had multitudes of adapters that you had to kind of do stuff with simultaneously to make work on here. These new ones, as you can see, very fab, just enable you to move pieces about seamlessly. Now you still can't take the main toddler seat and stick it on the front. It's a weight issue. They don't want a child that big tipping the stroller over probably, so we're not going to be able to do that. Nice big sun coverage there. But as you can see, this adapter set, it's pretty groovy because it seems to work with all the different pieces. We'll try it with the car seat too, just to make sure, but new lower adapters, pretty cool. Work with everything. Don't have to swap them around. So that's gonna be the rumble seat. Now, if you think like, hey, who cares? Why would I ever care about this? You know, even if you don't plan on having multiple children, when you buy a stroller, eventually at some point it's not gonna be what you're gonna need to use anymore. And when you're ready to sell it, a stroller that can work for multiple children will always sell faster than something that only works for one child. Now, additionally, UppaBaby also makes, in my opinion, the best type of accessories for parents. So adapters aside, this is for the CRUZ, but the concept's the same. They make a basket cover, which is really great. That'll go on the underneath part of the stroller and keep all your stuff hidden. So if you're at Disney, you want to hide all your stuff, you can do that. You have a hot cup holder, and the cool thing too is that this works for their Minu, this works for their Vista, it works for their CRUZ, so you've got options, and you can move it between products, which is really great. They make a front tray that you can purchase separately. So like I was saying, we can get the bassinet stand. You can actually buy hamper inserts for that bassinet stand. It's pretty clever. Something else that people might not be aware of that I'm sure UppaBaby's going to be annoyed that I'm going to show you, you can fold it with both seats on it. I would not recommend doing this, but if you need to park it in a hurry, you're going to be able to do that. That's how it looks. You know, can you lift it? I guess. I certainly wouldn't put this in my car. I would just stack and pack it. But if you want to try and make your life really difficult, I guess you have that option. It would probably be more useful if you were like going into a restaurant and just needed to park it. So that's sort of the scenario I envision with that. And let's see here. There we go. Let's see if I can open it up without too much trouble. That's where the brake would have been a good idea. But yeah, opening it up, closing it. The other thing, I keep forgetting about this, you can turn it into a 3-kid system, or with an older and a younger. They make a standing riding board, which goes on the back. They say attaches in seconds. I'm not gonna open it and do it right now because I'll probably make a fool of myself. I find with this one, it takes a little bit more finesse than I ever think it's going to. But you can have one standing and riding, one in the center, 2, one standing and riding. You've got a lot of choices. So all of the accessories are pretty much sold separately here. The stroller does come with the stroller seat, the bassinet, stroller frame, basket, tires, rain shield for the seat, mosquito net for the seat, mosquito net for the bassinet, and rain shield for the bassinet would be sold separately if you wanted it, as would be cup holders and all of the other fabulous accessories that you saw me show, including the rumble seat. So hopefully that's helpful. If you've got follow-up questions, please feel free to leave them below. Please feel free to like or subscribe. And also, if this video is relevant to anybody else you know, share it. Sharing is caring. We appreciate every viewer, every view. Thank you so much for going over new rumble seat and, new UppaBaby Vista V2 with the brand new rumble seat V2 Plus. Yeah, so lots of good stuff going on. We hope to see you in our next video. Thank you so much.